Traveling this bending road is always an adventure, and I'm glad we can do it together. It's easier together because no matter where we go in life, two things are for certain. One, you will eventually come to a bend in your road, and two, God will always see you through. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and click the subscribe button so that you know when I upload my next video. In this way, we travel together and we encourage each other along the way. Hi, welcome to the Bending Road. Glad you've joined me in the middle of April here. I don't know what the weather's doing in your place, and as I'm recording this, I don't know what the weather's going to be like on the day it airs, but I can feel that spring coming in the air. We keep having these cold snaps, and we have some rain that looks, gets a little frosty, but oh, that spring is in the air, and I just love the coming of spring. So I was thinking about wisdom, and I was reading a book, Knowing God by J.I. Packer, and he was talking about wisdom, God's wisdom, and it just, God knows everything. God knows how it was created. He knows how it was done. He was there in the beginning. He did it, right? He took nothing. He made something. He then has wisdom to know how this is all going to play out, knows what it needs, knows where it's going. He knows when the final days will be and what exactly that looks like. Boy, I wish I knew that. It's like kind of taking a trip, right? You know where you're going, and the first thing we do is we get on Google Maps and we see where is it in relation to where we are, how long is it going to take, what route are we going to choose, and then we make the map more detailed and we broaden that out and we look at more details, where are the exits, where are the rest stops along the way, what are we going to need to take with us, then we look at, what's the weather going to be like and all of that. When we took our trip to Florida, we did a lot of that and recalculating and rethinking, and we had limited wisdom, right? We knew the path we were going to take. We knew what the weatherman said. What was the weather exactly going to be like? We can't know that, right? Things change. We can't know that. But we can have an idea. We can have an idea of the path. We can't know what the traffic's going to be like on that day at that time. We can't know exactly what time we're going to hit a certain area. We don't even know what time we're going to need to go to the bathroom. So we're not going to know when to stop. Not ahead of time. We can't plan those things. We don't have that information. We have a basic idea of what time we might arrive, but exactly what time, we can't know that. We can't know if we're going to hit traffic or an emergency, or we just can't know any of that. We don't have that kind of knowledge. We don't have that kind of wisdom. So in thinking of wisdom, I was thinking about what is wisdom? And wisdom is knowledge. It's an understanding. It's a head knowledge. But in the book by Packer, he was talking about that idea that what we think wisdom is, what we want wisdom to be, it really isn't what it is. What I want wisdom to be is I want God to tell me exactly what is going to happen. What is going to happen? How many steps are we going to have to make? What time will we get there? How many times are we going to stop for gas? Are we going to be hungry when we stop for gas? That kind of thing. How do I plan that out? What exactly is going to happen? It's usually what I want to know. When I'm trying to make a tough decision, I want to know what is going to happen. Wisdom may not even mean having all of the information, right? How many choices am I going to have? How many different routes are there going to be? Can't know that. Can't know that exactly, because we can't know if we start a particular route, where is it going to shift? Where is it going to change? When are we going to have to get off this exit? Maybe there's a road closure. We're going to have to take a different route that we never would have thought about taking. Can't know that. Or why? things are happening, right? I want to know, why is this happening? Big questions. Why do bad things happen to good people? Why do bad people have good things happen? Why did that person get sick? Why did that storm take out that building? Why did a natural disaster occur? Why did an accident happen? We don't know that. We can't know those things. We might speculate on that. We might have some ideas around that. And maybe, just maybe, God will reveal that to us. But most often, and for most of us, we don't know that. We don't know the why. So wisdom isn't about why this is happening. And wisdom is not even about what will happen. We can't know those things. God does not reveal those things, except in rare cases. There are those times, but they're rare. For most of us, average Joe, we have a problem. We want to know how to handle our problem. And God generally doesn't tell us why this is happening or what is going to happen. But I believe that when we ask for wisdom, and God says if you ask for wisdom, he will be faithful to provide that. That's more the wisdom of how. How am I to get through this difficulty? How am I to travel this journey? How am I to remain in relationship with God and others while this is happening? Now, somebody may argue with me and say, oh no, God showed me the why and God showed me the what, and how is something different. That's very could be true. That could be your experience. That's just not my experience. I lean more towards the Isaiah 55, right? For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, declares the Lord. I can't know the why. I can't know the what. But God leads me in the how. Verse 9 of Isaiah 55 says, as the heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. That's kind of comforting. It's comforting to me. Because when I sit and I look at a problem situation and I think, oh, I've got to understand this. I've got to understand why. Why, Lord, is this happening? Why have I had to wait so long? Why have I had to go through this? Why? I can know that God's ways are higher and that God has a plan. And that leads me to Proverbs 3:5, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him and he will direct your paths. I've talked about that many times before. Many times. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't lean on your own understanding about the whys and the whats. Right? In all your ways, just submit to him and he will make your paths straight. He will give you the how, the wisdom of the how, even if you don't know the why or the what. What's interesting is most of us stop there, right? 3, 5, and 6, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. But 7 and 8 say, do not be wise in your own eyes. So don't think you've got this all figured out. Don't think you know best. Fear the Lord, which means have that healthy respect of God and God's ways, and shun evil. How is the best way to manage difficult situations? Have a healthy respect for God's ways and stay away from evil. And don't think that you are wiser than you are. Don't think you've got this all figured out. Verse 8 says, this will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Fear the Lord. Shun evil. Your body will get you through. It'll bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. I know. I've been there. I've been there numerous times where I've wanted to know, why is this happening? Why do I have to wait? Why won't the answer come? Why won't a healing come? Why do I have to go through this? Or the whole what? What is going to happen? What is going to happen if I choose this? What is going to happen if I choose that? How do I know if I'm making the right decision? Which decision is the right decision? And God says, let me open the doors. Let me open the doors. I will give you wisdom when to walk through them. I will give you wisdom when to hold back. Trust in the Lord, and He will direct your path. For His ways are so much higher than your ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. We cannot know. We cannot always know the why and the what. And if that's what we're looking for, we're going to be sorely disappointed. Have you ever read Ecclesiastes? Read it sometimes. It's fascinating because the writer is really talking about this, looking for the why and the what. What is going to happen? Why is this the way it is? You know, why do I work so hard and come home and still I'm unsatisfied? Why do I work my entire life and then I die and leave behind what I have only to be mismanaged? Why? What is going to happen? When am I going to die so that I can fully utilize everything that I've worked so hard for? Like the rich man who stored up his treasures in the barn. See, I've got all these barns are full. Now I can sit back and relax and just enjoy all my stuff. And God says, fool, you're going to die tonight. So isn't it better to live each day, enjoy the present, which I know is tough. I've been there. I'm kind of rolling out of a period of time like that. But enjoy the presence. Enjoy the presence of God in your life, right? The presence of those who love you. But enjoy life now with whatever you've got, wherever you are. Trust in the Lord to open that next door. Trust in the Lord to give you wisdom on how to walk through it, how to be faithful, how to fear the Lord, stay away from evil, and walk in His paths and be healthy. I hope I have encouraged you today. I know this is hard. Believe me. I would love to tell you that every time I run into a trial, I just, I power through it. But that's not true. I recently let one get me down really, really hard. I fell really hard. And I was crying out to God, why are you doing this? Why is this happening? But God showed me that, I had some things to learn about myself. I had some things to learn about others. I had some things to prepare for the next steps. That's why I was going through what I was going through. But I couldn't see that in the time. And it didn't make it comfortable. I still would not want to do that again. I didn't like it. I don't want it. But I grew from it. And I'm today leaning in to His wisdom, leaning in to His word, and trusting Him with all my heart for whatever will come next. You have a great day, and I'll see you next week along the Bending Road. Thank you for watching, and thank you for working together along this journey. Connect with me on social media or on my website at bendingroad.weebly.com. Let me know how I can pray for you as you navigate the bend in your road. I pray that when you see the bend in your road, you will not be afraid, but will take the hand of God and keep walking. You are not alone.